See, now I try to be cool for a video for once, and I try to fashionscape the first time ever, and I end up paying like, look at that, 145K for this freaking. Oh God, is it worth it? I don't know. Fuck. Oh God, please not more. Oh, thank God. And now I'm out here about to spend 1,000 points to get this Slayer helm. Like, look at me, I'm just such a savage. Oh my God. All right, let's just get it over with. Yep. All right, there we go. Now I think we're good for the intro. Alright, hello everyone, how you guys doing? Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Today we're here with another video, and today's video will be not me, well, I will be doing the money making method, however, it'll be more me showing you guys how I made literal bank in old school RuneScape. So basically, this is by far my favorite money making method in the game. It's the one that's made me the most money in the game. It's literally the best GP per time invested by far out of anything I know in the game. Now, the problem is I don't do it as much anymore because there's less and less margins, but I have done it recently and you can get good ones. The problem is I find a lot of people like to undercut, and I don't have the time anymore when I work in the hardcore Ironman. I just want to chill on this account. I don't want to be heavy invested into something, but we are going to go and show you guys today how I made probably, yeah, at least 10 mil a day during the summer over last summer, and even up until now, you can still, I mean, if you do it right and you're paying attention, you can get 10 mil a day pretty easily. After this video, it'll be hard, and trust me, I understand that. I mean, with as many people that are going to watch this, it's not going to be profitable. This is why I never released this video, because I knew the minute I did it, I was going to kill the item for a while. Now, this did actually get out at one point. I did actually release a video where my secret item was released, and yeah, so anyone that found out about it then, congratulations to you. You were the first in my video. You earned it, but today we're going to talk. So let's go ahead. I'll go to the Grand Exchange and we'll show you what you got to do. So I did have a lot of money when doing this. Believe me, if I'm making 10 mil a day, I was making a lot of money. This is how I hit a bill last summer, but now the method's kind of dead. And I mean, if I check it right now and there's like a 400K margin, I'm probably just going to end the video and go do it myself. But if we buy a Pharaoh Scepter 3 for, you know, however much it buys for, 5.2 mil, and then we go ahead and buy a Pharaoh Scepter uncharged. I mean, there's multiple ways to go about this. If you don't want to lose the money by buying and selling this one, you could actually just uncharge this and sell it, and that'll tell you the same thing. But as you guys can see, I insta bought the last one for 5073K, and I sold it for 5062. There's not that many of these sold and bought an hour, maybe 8 to 10 depending on which one you're doing. The charged ones are bought and sold more than the uncharged ones, but you need the uncharged ones to ultimately charge them. So either way, you're gonna have to buy these. Now, if there's only a 10K difference between an insta buy and a slow buy, just insta buy them. I mean, whoever's doing it, I'm more than willing to buy 4 of them. Okay, we got one. That's fine. I'll grab a couple more for the sell price, and I'll show you guys basically what I would do. Even right now, there's a really good margin on it, so it's kind of proof that it works, but those will take like maybe 15 minutes to buy. But as you guys can see, there is 130K margin just off of charging them, and I'll show you how easy it is to actually charge these. It's ridiculous. Like, the only reason that this has a big margin is because not a lot of people know about this item. It's a really weird item. It's expensive. It buys slow, and it's kind of, you know, these used to be 8 mil, and back then there was bigger margins, but now they're down to 5, so they may be a little less. I got a comment on my last money making video asking me how I actually found the money making method, and I thought that was a really strange thing, but I think it's kind of vital. You find them in the weirdest ways, and here we are on YouTube. Shout out to a Third Age Film, aka Soup, aka the best quest guides in old school RuneScape. But if we look here, he has a video from about a year ago. Yeah, May 14th. That's a little while ago. That's when I got this method, so it makes sense why I did it over the summer. But I actually just found it through his video. I don't even think he intended to actually find something this good, and the reason he didn't actually expose it is because he did something very, very wrong. But we'll go ahead and look through it right now. Basically, this video, he goes over and talks about achievement diary money-making methods, 1 mil plus per hour, whatever. But basically, one of the things in the diary is that you can actually charge Pharaoh Scepters up to 6 charges, or maybe 5 instead of 3. Now, this added perk of the diary really does nothing in regards to, you know, it actually makes it slower to make money because you have to take the charges off to be able to sell them back. But this was kind of a cool thing that I learned. Basically, the reason he didn't make any money is, as you can see here, he goes ahead and insta-buys all of these scepters, and that's the first problem. You don't want to insta-buy scepters. You don't want to insta-sell them. If you insta-buy and insta-sell, you probably won't make much money at all. I'm sure he just got a good time time with a good margin, and he did here. But if you actually slow buy and then slow sell, you make a ton of money, and that's what I'm going to be doing today when mine buy. Now, while making 10 mil a day may seem a little bit unreasonable as for the prices now, it's not really that hard to do. Personally, I had 200 to 300 mil pretty much at all times in cash, and I was able to always keep those in Ferroceptors. And at the time, ooh, we got one to buy. At the time, they also had 300 to 400k margins, and for the most part, I almost always was merching Ferroceptors while they were on the rise after the house portal update. So for the most part, I was constantly either making money through just being able to charge the Ferroceptors or through them just going up in price due to the POH. So either one, I was making hella cash. And there we go. Took me not even probably 10 minutes to buy the 3. So I mean, I guess at that rate, you could assume you could buy about 18 per hour, but you know, I mean, obviously it all depends on how many people are buying and selling right now. Now, with that said, I'm gonna blank my Dragon Claws, but we do have 4, and that's pretty much the inventory you're going to want to run with. Every inventory you need, you're going to want to wear a Ferroceptor. Now, this isn't necessary, however, it is really nice for the teleport. Puts you right next to the guy that charges it. If you have the money for it, which you will if you're doing this method, I'd recommend getting it. On top of that, you need 6 gold seals or 6 gold artifacts in general to be able to charge these scepters. So for this inventory, I'm going to have to take 24. So let's go ahead and buy those. They're typically pretty cheap. Maybe after this video, they hit a relative high. They aren't all that in stock because they are such a strange item. Not a lot of people bank stuff after doing Pyramid Plunder, but for those that do, they actually make a little bit of money off of these. So as you guys can see, we take that. Now we have a full inventory. Basically, the setup that I'd recommend is just go ahead, use your Ferroceptor, and then a teleport method to wherever you want to go. Personally, I go to Castle Wars, but I mean, wherever you feel fit. Basically, from there, once you have your inventory set up, just go to the first teleport, and you will be next to a Guardian Mummy. Talk to him real quick, and it's pretty simple. Just press spacebar and then 1, and then spacebar and then 1. Now, the average trip for me takes about 20 to 30 seconds, and you make a ton of money. So, as you can see, they're just charging right here. Each charge really takes like 5k coins to charge, and you're making 130k per one. Now, right there, I made 130k per one, and that took me about 20 to 30 seconds. That's, I mean, it's 520k. It's a really good money-making method. It's one that I've kept in my back pocket for a while now. And just because I don't use it anymore, I really just figured it was a time to, you know, let it be free. So hopefully you guys take advantage of this. I mean, I'm going to go and show you guys how much money we made, obviously, but there's so much money to be made here, and this video is probably going to ruin it. I know my videos typically ruin some methods, not all. I think it's very specific. Like stuff like Guthix Restores I ruin because, I mean, you know, there's not a lot of people that need Guthix Restores, just as there's not a lot of people that need these. Like, they're not constantly bought and sold. That's why it's a really hard money-making method to release. People always used to get mad at me because I never released my best money-making method. That's because it was just so hard to do. So I guess if we go ahead and add up here, you guys see that 20 mil and 250k is about what I bought them all for. And once you assume that I can sell them for 5, 1, and 9, 8 each, I guess we'll go do that. You see that I turned 20 mil and 250k to 20 mil and pretty much 800k. So I made 550k in a matter of 20 or 30 seconds, and it only took me 10 minutes to buy the supplies. Literally just the best money-making method in the game, and I'm just gonna go ruin it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, make sure to leave a like. I know it's a pretty savage money-making method. I'm almost sad that I'm giving it away. It's such a special place in my heart, but for the most part, I'm investing into stuff now, so it really doesn't matter to me. Hopefully you guys make use of it while you can, and for those that aren't able to make money on it because they got here a little late, make sure you subscribe to my channel so you get there as soon as you can in the future. But to be honest, it'll be back up and running probably in a month or two once everyone loses money on it, because the way that these things work, and I guess I was going to end the video, but I'll talk about it real quick, why I think these have such a big margin is because they're really unstable as far as price. They're worth 5 mil to 5.2 mil, and the only real use for it other than teleports, I mean, they used to hold a price of 1 to 2 mil before they got put into POHs. So really the only thing that makes these things fluctuate is the POH, how much or how many people actually need them for that. And because of that, it's pretty easy for these to sway between, you know, a 100, 200k price within a day. And if that price ends up going down, then you may lose your margin. And that's why I think eventually this money making method will probably come back. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you guys did, make sure to leave a like. Obviously, subscribe to the channel if you enjoy the content. Comment down below anything you guys want to see in the future, or comment about how I ruined your money making method and you're upset about it. Either one. Check out my clan chat in-game, large EXP lamp, Twitter and Twitch in the description down below, along with a Discord. But with that said, hopefully you guys have a wonderful day, and peace. By the way, figured this went without saying.